Alright, so this is just a quick tutorial on editing in Audacity. I'm going to be doing some multi-track editing. As an example, I'm going to use episode 94. Basically what I do is I just highlight and drag. Then it loads them in. Blah blah blah. Alright, once they're loaded in, I just zoom in until I can find some dead spots. And before I even slide anything over, I just do the noise cancellation reduction in the newer version. Highlight a section, get noise profile, and then highlight the track. Click on the track, and then go back down to noise reduction. And this is about where I have mine set. Reduce the decibels, gate sensitivity, and then bam. Let it run through. I do that for both tracks. Find a spot in both tracks to get some background noise, and then just go to town. Alright, once I go through the noise reduction, then I actually take a look at the wave patterns, and if I notice that there's clipping in a track for the compression, I'll do a compress not based on peaks. Make sure this box is unchecked. This is the numbers that I usually use: -15, -40, 3-1. And I don't even know what these mean, so I usually just leave that there. Now, once that's done, you'll actually see all the waveforms kind of change. And to bring the lows up, I do a compressor and compress based on peaks. And that'll bring the lows up towards the highs. And I should mention that the project rate is set at 22,050. Don't really need more than that for an audio podcast. And then you can see it brings all the lows up. So you do that on both tracks. And then after I do the compression on both tracks, I bring it in, and then this button here is your slider. So you click on that, and then you can click and hold to drag a track around. So
I'm recording. Nader, are you recording?
I am recording.
I'm recording.
I don't have to be recording.
Yay!
Isn't that nice?
see, and just find your sync point and just drag it over to the sync point. I'm not going to compress the other track. Other useful tip: if you're trying to highlight through both tracks, if you want to remove a section from both tracks to keep your time synced up, you can actually start on one and drag across, and that'll highlight on both tracks rather than this highlighting on one. So I would say I wanted to delete this off of both tracks. I'd highlight, click from one, drag to the other, and then hit delete, and it keeps everything nice and synced. And if you ever need to undo, Control Z. Another useful piece, generate. You can generate a tone. I already have it set. If you ever need to make a beep, you do frequency is 1,000 hertz, sine waveform, and an amplitude of 0.2. You can set a duration, or you can actually highlight a section of the track that you want to beep, and then generate tone, and we'll just convert it to that sine wave. And easy enough. So that's the gist of it. And then when you want to mix two tracks down, you have to make sure you're not highlighted on either track. Because if you have it like, even if it's like this, if this is gray, and you go to tracks, mix and render, it'll just kind of flip them up and down. It'll do a whole lot of things and then flip the tracks. And that's about all it does. So make sure it's these are both white. Go to tracks, mix and render. And now it's one track. And it'll just kind of mix the two tracks together. And there you go. And you know how to export export audio as an MP3. When you're doing the final export, export it as an MP3. And there you go.